Now, without further ado, please welcome your host and MC for the evening. It's a rare treat. He's a national touring headliner who started right here in Bloomington. Ladies and gentlemen, Ben Moore!
Holy shit, this is a rare treat for you guys. Oh my god. Treats. 70 of you know who I am, the other one, really, a treat? 70 of you are like, rare treat, and the rest are like, what, who is this person? You feel it's a treat. Hey. Hey everybody! Guys, thank you so much for coming out. I am a treat, but mostly we're here tonight because Mr. Stuart Huff is here, everybody. Stuart Huff is here tonight. I'm very excited. One of my favorite people, and he's recording a CD tonight. So you guys, if you laugh, then your laughter could be on the CD if it's funny laughter. So do a good job with that. And this is one of the best comedy clubs in the country. We're very lucky that we have it here. And Jared mentioned it. Travel and Leisure Magazine, that's true, voted The Comedy Attic one of the best comedy clubs in the country. And even more exciting, I don't know if you knew this, Travel and Leisure Magazine was recently voted worst magazine by Magazine Magazine. You know, that's the thing that happened. So you guys don't strike me as voters. I don't. You shouldn't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Why would you do it? I don't do it. I realize I shouldn't vote because not only do I not know the issues, I don't even know the jobs. Like, I was surprised. A friend of mine voted. I was surprised to find out that he voted for sheriff. I didn't even know that was a... I just have seen Westerns. I thought how you became sheriff was you just took the badge off a dead guy, and then you were like, well, now I'm the law in these parts. And you just knocked it out real nice. Or you held the old sheriff's hand while he died and promised to avenge his death to the Chili Pepper Boys or whoever. That kind of thing. I don't think you shouldn't have to avenge someone's death because they're dead. Like, you just say you're going to do it and then just don't do it, right? Like, why would you do it? You shouldn't have to do it. What if, is it a law? I don't know. What if somebody asked you to avenge their death and then, like, at the end it got racist? Like, I don't think you should have to do it. Just like, avenge my death, son? Who done this to you, Pa? Just Mexicans. I think I should have to do that. Avenge you generally to Mexicans. Shouldn't do that. Also, this is another one. Did you know you vote for coroner? That's another one. My friend voted for coroner. I had no idea. That means more than one person wanted that job. That means enough people wanted that job they got in a fight over it. That's fantastic. The qualifications for coroner should be you want to be coroner. You're like, I have a lot of free time and problems. I'll hang out in the basement with dead people. It's crazy to me. I mean, I don't have TV. Are there attack ads that two coroners run against each other? Like, Coroner Thompson's afraid of blood and passes out like a lady. Coroner Williams ain't afraid of dead people. Hell, he ain't afraid of ghosts. Coroner Williams. This is also true. In Monroe County, this is a law. In Monroe County, if this is totally true, that's where we are. We're in Monroe. If, for whatever reason, in the unlikely event they have to arrest the sheriff, it's the coroner's job to arrest the sheriff. That's the law here. I swear to God. This guy's like, I knew that. Yeah, you didn't know that. To his table. Guys, just so you guys at my table know, I knew that. I'm the coroner. Isn't that crazy? That seems weird, but it makes sense if you think about it, because the one guy in town scarier than the sheriff is the coroner, because the sheriff can put you in jail. The coroner writes down how you died, and everybody believes him. That's like the most power, because, right, think about it. I'd like to see that. Like the sheriff, his wife leaves him, he gets drunk, he crashes the cop car, he just goes to a bar, starts pushing people around, he shoots the jukebox, and the sheriff's just like, just going crazy, and then all of a sudden the coroner is just behind him. He's in black, being a creepy coroner. And he's like, come on, Bill, you gotta go. I've had too much. I gotta take you in. Gotta do it. And the sheriff's like, you can't arrest me. I'm the law in this town. You arrest me, you won't be able to leave your house for the rest of your life without getting a speeding ticket. And the coroner's like, all right, Bill, you do that. I'll smother you with this pillow and tell everyone you died because you paid a fat lady to sit on your face. That's what I thought. Come on. Sleep it off, buddy. Yeah, I just recently realized that women appreciate a gesture. That's what they want. They want a gesture. You know, like I never got a woman flowers, and then I realized women love gestures, and I live next to a graveyard. Like that's so easy. It's like a free flower store. Sometimes a woman, when she's falling asleep, if you're dating her, she'll want to ask you like getting to know you kind of questions. And this girl, she was falling asleep, and she was like, "What's your favorite kind of candy?" And she's older than that question sounded, by the way. She's not that young. And I was like, I don't know, Halloween? I don't know, what kind? And then she goes, my favorite kind of candy is Sour Punch straws. And then she was asleep. But I wanted to do a gesture, you know? So later when I saw her, I met her at a bar, and she said hi, and I just whipped out the 3 available flavors of Sour Punch straws. And I thought she'd be like, oh, that's sweet. But she like teared up. She was like, Sour Punch straws. And then her friend walked up, and her friend knew that was her favorite candy. And then her friend teared up. And then her friend said, I need to go home. Because my boyfriend is an asshole. Like, with $4.95 worth of candy, I made her night so well, I ruined her best friend's night. My friend was like, I have been whispering fun-sized Snickers into that asshole's ear every night before bed, and he has not done shit with that information for 7 years. One time we were falling asleep, and I said to her, I asked her a question. I said, well, do you enjoy blowjobs, or are you just clocking in for that? And she goes, yeah, it's fun. And then, I'd ask her, have you seen The Expendables 3? You know, like, yeah, it was pretty good. And then she asked me, she goes, would you ever do that for me? And I was like, well, why am I doing it for you? Just so you can watch? Like, suck it. Like, why am I doing that for you? And then she said, would you ever suck a dick to save my life? And I said, yes, I would do that for you. And then I thought, well, wait a minute. How did you get yourself in this situation? This is on you a little bit. I mean, I'll still do it, but how did you let your student loan debt get to a place where I'm meeting you in an alley to suck a dick to save your life? Like, why? And then she was like trying to see how far I'd go, and she said, would you suck a dick so that I could have a new car? And I said, first of all, what kind of game show is that? Like, that's not like a crying man sucks a dick for a new car. Like, I wouldn't do that. I said, no, I'm not going to do that. And then she said, would you suck a dick so that you could have a new car? And I was like, oh yeah, I would totally do it. I'd suck a dick for a ride, I think. Thank you guys so much. We got a big show for you. Coming to the stage, he's a regular here, one of my favorites. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Jordan Matherlich, everybody. Jordan.
Hi, everybody. Ben Moore, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause for Benny Moore. Hi, everybody. Nice to meet you. I'm Jordan. If you can't tell by my baby face and petite figure, I'm in college. I am not a big fan of college, to be honest. They said this was going to be the best 4 years of my life. And if that's true, I am done. I'm out of life. It is worse than I thought. People always want to know what you're going to do after college, though. Huh? What do you want to do afterwards? You want to backpack across Europe? Ugh. I always thought that sounded terrible. After I graduate college, I don't intend on wearing a backpack ever again for the rest of my life. Okay, for me, school is a prison, and the backpack is the shackle that can only be unlocked by the key that is my English or theater degree. I haven't decided yet, but it's not like it matters. Take your time. I went on a date with a lady a couple months ago. Started out at a sushi bar, because that's romantic. And as we're sat, I noticed that next to us, there's a wall of like 100 photos of 100 Asian babies. Or it was 100 photos of one Asian baby. I'm not sure. To be honest. think people got uncomfortable with that a little bit. I know that. We're going to talk about it, you guys. Because you think that I'm saying that all Asian babies look the same, which, you know, I am. But the bigger point is I'm not saying that all Asians look the same. I'm saying all babies look the same. They don't have a face yet. It's the same template of a face. Like, it's just nothing yet. Nothing has happened to it. Like, any baby with the same hair color is the same thing to me. Right? We have evidence. People have got babies mixed up in hospitals. People have taken the wrong baby home, just came out of the vagina, and they took the wrong one home and breastfed a stranger baby. That happens. Sometimes. Not a lot, but enough. Right? It only needs to happen once for you to go, no, something's wrong here. That's it. In 1951, some lady got her baby switched up, and she said that she thought something was off when she felt like the baby weighed 2 pounds lighter. Which might not sound like a lot to us, but as a baby, that's 25% of your body weight. I'm 150 pounds. If I showed up tomorrow weighing 115 pounds, I'd have to go to the hospital, right? It'd be worrisome. You can't just... should have ended on breastfeeding stranger babies. My point remains, I was trying to make a point, and it has been made, not racist, just baby hater. Not a fan, don't want him in my life, don't need him. I thought the date went okay until I got turned down for the first kiss, which hurts because I think once you get out of high school, like kissing is like one level of intimacy above a high five, but one below a chest bump. Like, I think that's where it's at. It's not a big deal. I think it stops being a big deal when you're about 15. That's when you find out that the game Truth or Dare is bullshit. Because you're just playing like, oh, I dare you to kiss Beth. All right, well, what do you want me to do next? Fist bump Eric? This game sucks. You guys want to start doing drugs? Let's get into drugs. Roll around on the floor for a little bit. Sounds like more fun. Yeah. I don't think it's a big deal, because I've made out with strangers. I've made out with a stranger. Let's not get judgy. I was just minding my own damn business, and some lady at a bar came up to me, and I guess she had some kind of, like, girls' night out bingo card to have a crazy night. That nobody will remember. And so I assume the free space was vomit. And then like a make out with a stranger was sandwiched in between get an Asian's underwear and cocaine. Now, I got to be that stranger that she made out with. Wasn't her first choice. Wasn't her second choice either. I was third string behind 2 gay dudes. That's a win. I'm claiming that as a win. Hey, chose to be straight, start to pay off, you know? I don't know. Like, I just don't... Like, presidents have been kissing babies for decades. Nobody gives a shit. I bet that there was no group of people more relieved than babies when JFK beat Nixon. I bet they were ecstatic. Right? They won the lottery. John Boy, handsome man. Nixon, sweat reptile. But 8 years later, Nixon did win. There were a bunch of 9-year-olds going up to babies, like, haha, you guys got fucked. Enjoy your lives. We still got some of that Marilyn Monroe lipstick. You know what I mean? They were having sex. Let's all be adults. They're both dead. We can talk about them. I got sad at night. I was like, oh, I didn't want to. That makes me sad now. I didn't have my first kiss till I was like 16, which I was embarrassed about for a long time because my friends in high school were much cooler than I was. Like when I was 16, some of my friends had 3-year-old babies, and you know how I feel about those. Like some of them had so many pregnancy scares they weren't even scared of them anymore. That's a hard heart. And you can just look somebody in the face and say, what, she's 3 weeks late? It's a side effect of being cool, man. It's just how shit goes when you're rocking it. You know? First kiss, first girlfriend, second day we were dating, full-blown makeout session, not to brag or nothing, but it was on the set of my high school play, The Diary of Anne Frank. Hey, look, you guys can judge me if you want to, but we did not get caught. Again, I have nothing better to do. This is my day. This is it. Felt like king shit after that, right? Think you're a god. Try to brag about that instance to all my sex friends. And you think you're king shit. If we're getting, second day, mouth to mouth. And you're taken down a peg when you are informed that a month ago she was behind a dumpster giving some guy mouth to dick. I didn't know that. It changes things. Gandhi had a mustache. I know, right? Seems out of character. I was talking to a buddy about it, wondering why. He thinks that he did it to look sexy. It's like, Gandhi? That's not the Gandhi we know and love, But he's like, he made a point. He's like, he took the time to shave every day, and we know that he was a busy man, right? I mean, had a lot on his plate, metaphorically, of course. I have a different theory. I think that, he was living like, protesting with that. I don't know if it was a form of protest or like, I don't consider him a protester as much as a guy who just didn't eat until he got his way. That's mostly what he did. I mean, he was wearing a diaper in front of people constantly. He was bald. You know what? I think he grew that mustache so people wouldn't think he was just a big baby. That's an explanation I can give. Come on, eat your peas, Gandhi. No. What? No. Free my people. No. No. All right. Guy's not a fan of Gandhi. Whatever. He was a good man with a hot-ass mustache. But, all right, we'll make it more current. Elvis, also important to me. Elvis loved rock and roll, one of the pioneers of rock and roll. Went to war, if you didn't know. Went to war after he was one of the most famous people of all time. And to make sure he applied as a regular soldier, right? Was with us common folk. Which is crazy to me, because he was so goddamn famous. Like, there was people walking through the jungle alongside Elvis. It's like, guys, all right, we need to come up with a game plan. Now, Johnson, you cover the flank. Lart, you get the sniper. Presley, can you assign my bazooka real quick? I know this is a bad time, but Jailhouse Rock is my favorite movie, and Coiffed is my favorite hairstyle. Like, I love you so much. Oh, my God. Oh, Elvis, they got Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy. Oh, dead. But they did not get any blood on his blue suede shoes. Come on, Elvis. You decide you did. You love me? You hate me. I get it. But they were in they were in the jungle in, I don't know, Vietnam or Korea. I didn't do much research. But he was so goddamn famous that I bet there was enemies, like with snipers going, holy shit, guys. I think they brought Elvis. What are we doing? This war has gotten out of control. All right? They drafted their king. This is crazy. As much as I talk about babies, I know I'm still a baby. I don't do adult stuff like watch the news, which is an adult thing I hear you do. I think the news is dumb. I think they report on dumb things. Like, we live in Indiana, so I don't think we need a news story every time a tornado hits Kansas. I think there should have just been one news story that says, tornadoes hit Kansas, avoid Kansas. Message received. Okay? They always try and tell you all these sad facts, 20 people dead, which is a tragedy, 20 people, a couple of them are probably pretty hot. You know what I mean? It's always sad to lose some of the good ones, you guys. I think this is part of the joke where people are wondering, are jokes still happening or is this guy just a dick? 50-50. I don't know, I think it's I think it's rude to broadcast sad information, It's just putting sad out there. Let us know the happy stuff. How about anytime you legalize something cool, you let me know. Okay, the day I can come to your state and be high on whatever substance I want while attending the wedding of 2 gay billy goats, I'm interested. Until that day, mind your own damn business. I think my favorite memory I have is of Chicago's Gay Pride Parade. A couple years ago, I went to support one of my best friends who converted to gay in 09. Couldn't decide for a while, but flipped a coin, landed on gay, so that's what he does now. And, I saw what can only be described as a fresh transsexual. Fresh out of the oven. She was new. Guys, it was her first day on the job. Walking around screaming at the top of her lungs, I want his dick in my mouth, I want his dick in my mouth, and I want his dick in my mouth. Which I can say is the sexiest thing I've ever seen. All right, guys? Oh shit, just me. All right, I get it. I think people, especially dudes, get taken back by a statement like that. We go, Jordan, that's gross. She used to have a dick. My point exactly. She used to have a dick. Alright, well think about it this way, guys. Would you not sleep with your 30-year-old girlfriend because she used to be an 8-year-old? You guys have a good night.
Are you guys ready for your headliner this evening? Before I bring him out, quick reminder, we are recording a CD, so if you could just laugh a lot and do nothing else. Laugh a lot, that's it. A lot of laughter. We're very excited, and it's an honor to bring this man to the stage. He was a breakout phenomenon of the Limestone Comedy Festival. He's one of the main reasons I wanted to be a stand-up comedian. He's an artist and a lot of fun to watch. Ladies and gentlemen, please, Mr. Stuart Huck.
Guys, I'm gonna just truth right off the bat. I'm so excited that you guys are here. You just, the whole show, you seemed energetic and happy. The last show, fuck every one of those sons of bitches. Every motherfucker that was in this room could kiss every single inch of my damn asshole. Is that truthful enough, ma'am? You're looking at me like I've already cussed a lot. I don't know why. I feel like this is it. Like I'm recording a CD, you know, and I feel like you guys are the perfect people. Lock the fucking door. I don't want any other answer. Anybody that comes up and goes, I want 100 to get in. Fuck 100. These are the people. Before we dive into this shit and find out if I'm right, let's say this publicly. Ben Moore, I met him. I think he'd been on stage once, I think, and it wasn't good. When I met him, he was not funny. He wasn't even close to funny. He didn't even know where the zip code for fucking funny lived. Yeah, and now he's absolutely hilarious. The guy is hilarious. Yes, it's a pleasure to watch the work that man has put into it. You know what I mean? Because that's what it takes, you know? Because it ain't easy. You get up here, you sit in your hotel room all day, and you think, oh, that's funny, and you get up here and say it into this, and you realize, no. And that brings us to Jordan Matherly. I'm just fucking with you. I love Jordan so much. Here's how much I just told Ben this story, okay? Jordan's the tall kid that, you know, I like him so much because he fucking wants to be funny so bad. He wants it hard, you know what I mean? Fucking hard. Yeah, and that's what you gotta be when you're young. You gotta fucking want it! Yeah, so I sent him this text message just out of the way, and here's exactly what I wrote. I said, you want to go to South Dakota with me and do some shitholes? That's what, and I just wanted to see what he would say back to me, and he wrote in caps, fuck yeah. He didn't say, how much money am I going to make, or, oh, I don't know if I can get off work. He would quit a fucking taco job to go to South. And he did it too. I took him to South Dakota. We were in shitholes, ma'am, and he stood in front of fucking rednecks and went, Gandhi has a mustache. All right, thank you guys for being here. It means a lot to me. It does, truly. So let's dive into this and see what happens. This show is essentially a 60-minute argument that you and I are about to do together, all right? That's what it is. It's a show about definitions. Defining things, I think, is very important, you know? I'm originally from Kentucky, and to be honest with you, I used to be embarrassed of that. I used to be embarrassed of my accent, the way I say "franger," you know? I used to be embarrassed of all of that. Everybody makes fun of Kentucky. Fuck, West Virginia makes fun of Kentucky. When in the hell did that shit start happening? I am no longer embarrassed of being from Kentucky. One day I figured out that imaginary man-made borders could not possibly separate ignorance from intelligence. It's just a stupid idea. We're going to draw a line in the sand. Everybody over there is dumber than fuck, and I'm smart as shit. It's ridiculous. I've done comedy in all 50 states. Here's what I've learned. Rednecks are fucking everywhere. They're every single place I've ever been. They're in every city, every state. They're in Canada. Canadian rednecks. I was not expecting that. It's not a regional issue. It's a human disease. Everywhere. There's Mexican rednecks and Australian rednecks and Belgian rednecks and 15th century French fucking rednecks. North Korea's ran by a damn redneck. They're all over the Middle East. You guys know what the definition of jihad is? I looked it up. A jihad is a fight or struggle against anybody who does not believe in the Islamic God. Fucking redneck! That's all that is to me. You don't believe in what I believe, so therefore I'm going to kill you. I don't think it's just a coincidence that jihad and yeehaw sound real similar. And that is my definition of a redneck, by the way, because there's different words, and they need to be defined. Hillbilly, white trash, trailer trash, redneck. I'm a hillbilly. That's what I am. I like living in the woods. You know, I have pissed off a shitload of front porches. First time I ever got drunk was on moonshine, and I accidentally threw up on a chicken. That's hard to do if you live in the city. I am a hillbilly, but I'm not a redneck. Here's the difference to me. A hillbilly is a way of living. A redneck is a way of thinking. Totally different people. To me, a redneck uses violence before they use intelligence. It's aggressive behavior right off the bat. You know what I mean? Threatening language. You want to take this outside? What? No, kick my ass here. It's warmer. That kind of threat. What the fuck are you looking at? Don't you hate that threat? What the fuck are you looking at? That's my least favorite threat. Because usually the person that's just said that has just done the dumbest shit you've ever seen. That's the reason you're looking at them. I'm in a used bookstore in Albuquerque. A man opened the door and goes, "Books!" In my head, I thought, he just yelled what he saw. I turn around, what the fuck are you looking at? What? I'm looking at a human see and say. What do you think I'm looking at? You can't just yell what you see. He'd open the door to the strip club. Boo! A man in Louisiana got his dick stuck in a birdhouse in Lowe's. Do we need to discuss the previous sentence? Most important words. What the fuck are you looking at? And I'm not saying that I'm above the behavior. Pay for the birdhouse and quietly exit the store. Where does the threat come into this? You know? Just own it. I'm sorry, I thought it would fit. I don't like threatening language. You know what I mean? You can have my gun as soon as you pry it from my cold, dead hand. What? That's not even a pro-gun argument. That's just redneck vomit. And it sounds like a macho, kick-ass kind of a statement, you know, but if you really think about it, if you died with your gun in your hand, you missed. You guys would be amazed how many people come up to me, especially when I'm far away from the South. You know, I do shows in Canada and out in New Mexico, shit like that. They'll come up to me and they'll go, "You're from Kentucky? Do you fuck your cousin?" What? Charles Darwin married his cousin. His first cousin. Charles Darwin. Probably the only man alive at the time who should have known better. How in the hell can you be working on the theory of natural selection during the day and winking at your damn cousin at dinner? Did he not bring his work home with him? What the heck? Charles Darwin married his cousin. Albert Einstein married his cousin. Bach married his cousin. Thomas Jefferson married his cousin. Yeah. Long story short, I've been emailing my cousin. Scientists say that we evolved beyond the other animals because we have opposable thumbs. That sounds fucked up to you guys first time you heard it. I remember clearly in school, my science teacher said that, and I thought, what? This? But this is the reason I'm smarter than a possum? Doesn't it just sound silly that this is the reason? To this day, I don't believe that opposable thumbs is the main reason we evolved beyond the other animals. I'm going to make another argument tonight, see if you guys agree. Curiosity. I think that is the major difference between our brains and other animal brains. You and I are extremely curious little creatures. We've categorized every single item we've ever found on this planet. Every rock, every cloud, every tree. We have different categories of Bigfoots, and we haven't even fucking found one yet. That's an amazing level of curiosity. Isn't it? Yeti and Sasquatch and Obama. We haven't even fucking found one. But when we do, we're ready. You got one? What color is it? What? That's an Obama snowman. We care about things that do not pertain to our survival. You know what I mean? That I own a book called The Mating Habits of the Common Housefly. I bought it because why the fuck would we care? A professor wrote 373 pages on flies fucking. And you want to know how curious we are? I read it. I wanted to know. Why do we care about things outside of our survival, you know? Other animals breed, collect food, and protect their young. That is the majority of their entire lives. You and I fuck with shit. Isaac Newton split white light. This is white light. Sunlight's white light. There's colors inside of it. In the 17th century, Isaac Newton looked at sunlight and thought, there's got to be something inside of that. Who in the fuck thinks that way? I'll tell you who doesn't think that way. Squirrels. Not a fucking thing from the squirrel. They've been on this planet as long as we have. They don't even wear fucking socks. They ain't done shit. We got no Winnebagos, no interstate system, no toaster strudels. Squirrels can't even cross a road with dignity. You and I fuck with shit. We have curious questions. We just shot a satellite onto a comet. Fucking why? It moves at 40,000 miles per hour through space, and one of us went, let's shoot some shit at that. I'm coming for you. It's amazing. I don't think this is the reason we have toaster strudels. Koala bears have opposable thumbs on their hands and their feet, and they haven't even invented corn dogs yet. They could hold 4 of them. Fuck. Be honest with me. Would you be here tonight if you could hold 4 fucking corn dogs? I'd be a mustard dipping son of a bitch. Somewhere at a gas station. I believe this is our tool. That's all this is. Every animal on this planet has something about its body, its physique, right? Has something. Mosquitoes to gray whales, they all have something that helped them in their environment. Opposable thumbs is what we have. But I don't think it's the reason, you know? I don't think we built big wheels because we have thumbs. I think we grew thumbs because we fucking wanted big wheels. It's a tool. In order to use any tool, you have to have desire. You have to want to use it. And I think desire starts with curious thought. What is that? I don't know. I'm going to stick my thumb in it and find out. Oh, it's an armadillo. Look around our culture. It's amazing what the human brain's been able to do, isn't it? Really, it's incredible, you know? We have satellites orbiting us right now. Our vehicles run on a liquid we sucked out of the center of the earth. We have fingerprint security locks on phones and eye recognition technology, GPS units. We have fucking pinatas. I think the pinata is the most underrated human achievement. One of us said, I wonder if I can put candy in a horse and beat the fuck out of it. And then we did it. That's an amazing thought to have, and then we fucking did it. It's a paper mache horse you beat the shit out of and candy falls out of your head. It's the perfect blend of anger and joy smushed together. Look, if you're ever trying to describe to another human being what an orgasm feels like, fucking pinata essentially invented an orgasm. And whoever added the blindfold is a damn genius. That person should be on the nickel. It's amazing what has come out of this thing. You have to be in awe of the potential, keyword, potential of the human mind. We have hot dogs with cheese in the middle. You know why we have them? We wanted them. One of us got tired of putting it on top. You don't accidentally have hot dogs with cheese in it. You know what I mean? We didn't find that shit in the woods. We set out to put cheese in the middle of a fucking hot dog. You ever walk around Target or Walmart and just look at the shit we've invented? It's fucking amazing. You can get a hammock for a cat. I saw a kayak with a cup holder. It's amazing. There are men's razors with scented handles. Have you seen them? They're in Target. Men's razors with scented handles. I guess the complaints from men were just flowing in. Men were sending emails. I'm shaving and I ain't smelling shit. Is this America or not, damn it? Is it too much to ask to get a whiff of Tahitian mango? All this shit we invented came from right here. A woman came up to me after my show about a year ago, something like that. Here's the sentence she said, upset me. She said, the education system in this country cannot be fixed. And immediately I thought, bullshit. We figured out how to get drunk on wheat. Pantyhose are made out of petroleum. How the fuck did we figure that shit out? Easter beams. I'm gonna say it again. Goddamn Easter beams! You know those squishy little yellow fucks? You know what they're made out of? Crushed up horse hooves. I know, that's the same face I made. It's the same face. I read it and I went, oh. Crushed up horse hooves. I thought for certain they were made out of chinchilla dreams. Figured all this shit out, and then this woman says we cannot fix the education system. I told her, I said, ma'am, we have glow-in-the-dark butt plugs. One of our fellow human beings said, why is my butthole empty? It's Tuesday, for fuck's sake. For some weird reason, they did not say, too bad, that problem cannot be fixed. Bullshit. We had no trouble fixing that problem. We plugged the hole. And we made it glow in the dark, too, because it's better safe than sorry. You don't know what's going to happen. Maybe the snowstorm knocks out all the lights in your house. Your first thought is, where the hell's my butt plug? Right where I left it. Thank God it's glow in the dark. Can't fix the education system. What a load of crap. We can't fly. Fix that. Can't breathe underwater. Fix that. I wish we cared as much about the education system as we do about what we shove up our asses. That's the reason I have to record this CD in this room. I've got an applause on that. You know what the most common reaction to that line is? I've actually had people flip me off on that line. Yeah. Love you guys. Before I start this next bit, all right, I need to say this out loud, just so you guys know I ain't trying to be uppity. I have a public Kentucky education. Do you have any idea how fucking dumb I am? We're 53rd in the country. It's amazing to me. I reread my senior year history textbook recently. I still have it. I was blown away just how dumb this fucking book is. I just kept reading it like, how the fuck did I fail? I must be dumber than broccoli casserole. Here's a quote. Listen to this. This is incredible to me. Here's a quote from my senior year history textbook. DeSoto discovered the Mississippi River. He knew it was called that because the Indians that lived in the area told him that's what they named it. I put it to you guys, if those words went into your ear and your brain did not go, what the fuck? How can you discover anything's already been named? An adult wrote that, another adult approved it, another adult published it, and another adult taught it to me. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I discovered Connecticut. Fuck it. Because we're making shit up. I was driving, saw a big sign that said, "Welcome to Connecticut." I said, "Oh, this shit's mine." I think the education system is the #1 social issue in this country. Educating your young, what could possibly be more important than that? You and I currently live in a country where some dog breeders don't believe in evolution. I will stand like this until you laugh. It's the funniest line I've said all night. How in the hell can you be breeding new types of fucking dogs? And you don't believe in evolution? That's fucking amazing. That's like a baker not believing in the rising power of yeast. Dog breeders are basically saying this. We're going to take the tiniest wiener dog out of this litter and the tiniest wiener dog out of this litter, and I'm going to make them hump. And I'm going to make tiny fucking wiener dogs. And I'm going to keep doing that till they'll fit in a purse. But evolution's a bunch of bullshit. How can you be creating evidence for something you do not believe in? That's humor. The only difference between Mother Nature and breeding dogs is Mother Nature makes shit that works. Mother Nature does not give a damn what fits in your purse. You know, Mother Nature made the wolf. The wolf is a precision pack animal with night vision. A wiener dog gets stuck on a thick rug. I'm not saying they're not cute. Wiener dogs are adorable, but can you imagine a wiener dog trying to hunt and kill its own prey? That's the TV show I want to see. Drop a wiener dog in the Amazon. I want to watch that fucker survive. What would it last? A minute and a half? We're going to drop him. Oh, fuck, we need another one. We created every single breed of dog using artificial selection, right? We picked the puppies that we like the characteristics, you know. It's artificial selection. It's evolution. Pugs. I'm a pug fan. You like pug? They're adorable, aren't they? But when we're in this room, let's be honest, they can't even fucking breathe. We bred them till they have no more nasal passage. How in the hell are you going to fend off attackers when your tongue gets stuck in your nose? They would never survive in nature. A pug, I watched one hyperventilate on a futon one time. Funny as shit. Teacup Chihuahua. Have you guys seen one of those? God, they're cute. Full-grown Chihuahua. This fucking big. It's adorable. It's a ping pong ball with fur. But it would never survive overnight by itself in a pet store. Well, to a wolf, a teacup Chihuahua is a jalapeno popper. I think the society that you and I have created is actually interrupting Mother Nature. See if you guys dig this idea. I think we're interrupting her job. There's a warning label on cotton balls. Look, I don't want to come off as insensitive. Now, those of you in the room that know me, I have a big heart. But I like honesty on a comedy stage. If you cannot navigate the prickly minefield that is a cotton ball, fuck you. I know it's harsh, man. I know he's being mean. It says do not ingest on cotton balls. Do not ingest. Look, if you eat too many cotton balls. And you become sterile. Good. Why are we warning the stupid people? It goes against Mother Nature. We all have these phrases, right? Like, go green, get back to nature. I'm 100% for it. I live in the woods. I think it's a great idea. The one aspect nobody's discussing, Mother Nature ain't nice. She's efficient. We all know it's true, we just don't like it. Yeah, she's efficient. Mother Nature does not care about the individual. She cares about the betterment of the entire species, you know? Cheetahs can run 60 plus miles per hour. You don't achieve that level of efficiency by letting the slow ones fuck. Slow cheetahs die horny. Female cheetahs are faster than the male. That makes perfect sense. You want to fuck her, you gotta catch her. Why are you guys holding back on this? Why are you holding back? I feel you guys moving away from me. You're like, yeah, that was funny, but Yeah, you agree with it. I know, yeah. I know it's mean. See, that's the reason people think this is a mean bit, because they think I'm talking about killing people. I am not talking about killing people. I'm talking about letting Mother Nature kill people. Warning labels are not helping us. I do not believe they're helping us. There's a warning label on a cigarette lighter. It says, do not ignite on face. Let's just say, hypothetically, some guy has a good idea. And he thinks, I'm going to burn my own zits off. Why would we stop him? He takes a lighter, puts it directly on his chin, gets a big, huge pussy burn, singes all of his nose hairs, so now there's snot running into his mouth, and he burns off his eyebrows. No woman will fuck him. Mother Nature's job is done. Then you and I intervene in this beautiful, clean process. He sues the lighter people. He wins $23 million. He gets plastic surgery, fake eyebrows, and matching jet skis. He's getting laid, what, every day of the week? He has 6 kids, and now there's 7 fucks that don't know how to use a lighter. I know it's mean, but he's a slow cheetah. The betterment of the species, you know? Yeah? And at one point on this planet, we needed people. We needed numbers, you know? We had important shit to run. Carnival rides and perfume kiosks. We got plenty of people. I think we can all agree on that. There's a shitload of fucking humans. I think it's time to thin the herd. Let's go for quality over quantity for a little bit. Yeah, absolutely. And I know there's a downside to this idea. We're going to lose some golden corrals. I think there should be cotton balls on the buffet, golden corrals. No warning label. Big fucking basket of cotton balls. Some ranch next to it. Hell, I'd have 1 or 2. They look delicious. I think the smarter a society is, the fewer laws that you need. I'm against any law that protects me from me. You know what I'm saying? Why is it illegal to be stupid? You know, seatbelt laws, helmet laws, I'm against them. You know, smart people will use them. There's safety issues. Dumb people, slow cheetah. You should be allowed to be dumb. You know, let's just say I'm going to kill you with a chainsaw. All right? Let's just say that the great sky god talked to me through a lawn sprinkler and told me you're the reason you're fucking everything up. So I'm going to take one for the team, and I'm chasing you through Big Lots with a chainsaw. Well, that should be illegal. I should not be allowed to chase him with a chainsaw, but I shouldn't be forced to wear safety goggles. Why would you protect me from me, you know? I live in Georgia now, right? Met a girl, moved down to Georgia. In Georgia, by law, you have to have a child in a child seat up to age 8. Let's just put this in perspective. By 8 years of age, Mozart had already written 5 symphonies. At age 6, he toured Europe as a genius composer. Our kids are strapped into a car seat with gloves and a helmet playing with blocks. And I'm quoting the law. This is funny as shit to me. Listen to this. This is laugh out loud funny to me. Here's the law. Quote, legally up to age 8 in a child seat. And they recommend up to age 12. Fucking 12. Jordan would be in a fucking child seat. Wow. Isn't that amazing? If I saw a 12-year-old in a child seat, I would point and never stop laughing. Shit, 12. My great-grandmother was married and pregnant at 13. She'd just gotten out of the car seat. I guess my great-granddad was like, you're looking good, unstrap me, I want to talk to that one. We seem to be putting a tremendous amount of energy into making sure we're all safe, and almost no energy into making sure we're all educated. I don't see how this could possibly end up good. You know what I mean? We're all going to be alive and dumber than fuck. What's the point of that, really? And I know there's a couple of you guys in this audience tonight that disagree with me, and I respect your opinion. I'm going to say one more line, you know on this just a little bit. You give it 8 or 10 years, you're going to be shoulder to shoulder with birdhouse fuckers. I don't think we're as smart as we think we are. You know what I mean? And there really ain't no reason why we have to be as dumb as we is. I can't even say that line without laughing. It's so funny as a comedian, that line, because I wrote it as a bridge to the next bit, you know? And I laughed out loud when I said it. But I can feel people trying not to laugh because they don't know if I know it's wrong. Does he know that's incorrect? Fuck yeah, I do. It's funny as hell to me. It's just a piece of Kentucky poetry. Poetry. That's another thing that I think separates our minds from other animal minds, you know? I think we're artists. I think human beings, all of us, every single one of us, we're artists. And I'm not saying we're all Mozart and Picasso. I'm not talking about ballet and origami, you know. I'm just saying that us, you and I, are expressive creatures. We're extremely expressive creatures. Because that's all art is to me, okay? There's a long-standing argument on what's the definition of art. And most of them deal with high art, you know, what's really good art. To me, all art is expressing yourself. It's any choice you make that does not contribute to the function of the item, you know? You go to buy a shirt, you pick out a shirt that you like. You pick out a color that you like. Those are both artistic choices you just made. Because who the fuck cares? It's just supposed to cover your nipples. That's it. But we pick things that we like, you know? We decorate ourselves. We do. That's all art is to me. Any choice you make that does not contribute to the function of the item. Trans Am's low to the ground, aerodynamic, right? Because the point of that car is to go as fast as it possibly can. Those two things are pure function. Spoiler on the back pushes the car down, speeds the vehicle up. Pure function. But the words "the pussy wagon" on the side, that's art. It's absolutely art. Somebody chose those words to express themselves. You know? And in case you need the pussy wagon, you know exactly where it fucking is. That's all art is to me, you know? And look at us. Look at the way we operate. Look at this room, all the shit in this room, you know? Look at this sign. Somebody made this. They made choice. Look at that fucked up H. What the fuck's that? Someone literally chose that, you know? Someone said, make it askew. You know, look at everything we do all around. Look at this stool. This is bullshit. Look at this. What's that fucking thing? It's dented in on the leg. Isn't that weird as fuck? You see that? What the hell? Why would we do that? Someone went, you know what? Bend it. Now that right there is a fucking stool. It's everywhere you look, human beings design and decorate everything we do. You're on the interstate. There's a sign that says speed limit 65, right? There's a border around that. There ain't no need for that border. The numbers are reflective. The border is excess. We liked it. It's the only reason fucking border's there. Somebody said, put a border around that. We ain't animals. Make it nice. We like things decorated. We had embossed flowers on our toilet paper. Why? We like to feel pretty. There's no other reason to have embossed flowers on your toilet paper. You ever sit down in a public restroom and there's nothing on the paper? No flowers, no design, nothing? You feel like, ugh, that's horrible paper. Just because it ain't pretty, we think it's fucking bad. We're extremely decorative, expressive creatures, you know what I mean? Decorative gravel. Decorative fucking gravel. Isn't that incredible? We pick rocks out of our yard, throw them away, and then go buy prettier ones. What the fuck is wrong with us? It's amazing how decorative and expressive you and I are as creatures. We are artists. Look at us in this audience. We've all made decisions. All of us. You want fake eyelashes? You want makeup? You want to get your head shaved? You want a mohawk? You know? How do you want your tattoos or no tattoos? You know? Can you even imagine another animal piercing its nipples? Picture it right now in your mind. A camel. Picture a camel with pierced nipples. It's funny as shit to us because we can't even imagine another animal. Can you imagine a penguin with some dangling shit off its nipples? We act like this. We decorate each other, you know? Men and women that have achieved a certain level in the military, we actually call them decorated soldiers. Because they are. We cover their ass in medals and ribbons and stripes. We put shit on someone to make them feel more important, you know? That's the way we act, you know? We're poets. I believe that. I believe human beings are poets. Take a penny, leave a penny. Poetry. It's too many words to describe what that is, but it rhymes, so we fucking kept it. It's in every gas station. You imagine something spreading the entire country, every gas station. Take a penny, leave a penny. That's how much we like that shit. We the people. That's the first three words of one of the greatest documents human beings have ever written. That is our Constitution. Starts with we the people. All it would have to say is rules, colon. Expressiveness. We're poets, you know. If you're in Louisville, Kentucky, and you drive up to Chicago, there's an overpass on the interstate. Someone has spray painted on it, Rhonda's hot as shit. God, it makes me happy. Every time I see it, I'm like, fuck yeah. Rhonda's hot as shit. And some of you guys might think, oh, that's just redneck graffiti. Yeah, I disagree with that. 99% of all the poetry you and I have ever written is about that statement right there. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Rhonda's hot as shit. That is the exact same sentence. Isn't it? It's the same sentence. Look me in the eye and tell me I'm wrong. One of them's creatively worded and poetic, the other one's Shakespeare, but they're the same fucking sentence. I started to collect evidence for this argument. Like I said at the beginning, this is a 60-minute argument for me defining us and seeing if you guys agree with me. That's what I'm interested in. Do you agree with me, you know? So it's a 60-minute argument. So here's what I did, guys. I took my notebook out and towns I was doing comedy in, you know? And I started not art museums. I didn't go down to the big mural on the building or anything. I started to look at tiny details. Shit you and I have made that we added something to just because we fucking liked it. You know, take a penny, leave a penny. You're going to put a patio in at your house. You can get powdered cement with pebbles or without pebbles. Fucking why? You know, everywhere you look that human beings have been, there is art. There is decoration, you know. You can buy a pink gun. You want to hear something fucked up? Listen to this. You can buy camouflage bullets. Did you know this? Oh, look at this. You got a pink, what is that, a mace thing? Pepper spray that you chose pink, didn't you? You're like, I'm going to fuck someone up, but I'm going to be pretty. It's awesome. And there were different colors, right? Fucking weird as shit. We are weird fucking poets. You know? Camouflage bullets. Can you imagine? I mean, is there there a hunter out there going, I missed him because he saw it coming? Everything you go to buy, there's options. There's, you know what I mean, everywhere. I started to ask crowds. About a year ago, I started to tell crowds, if you can find an item, human-made, with no art, none, no color, no curvature, no excess anything, no indentation, no embeveling, nothing, pure function item, send me a Facebook message. You know, so I started, and they sent me good ones too. Like a guy, Andy in Cincinnati, said, how about barcodes? And I thought, oh, there's one, definitely, that's pure function. I get on the internet, start searching. There are companies you can get a specifically designed barcode for your product. How fucking weird is that? You know, Nestle chocolate this year is going to start using bubbles. A barcode shaped like bubbles. Have you ever picked up a candy bar and went, yeah, I don't really want, oh shit, bubbles. Decorate every single thing we can find. I know they're out there, thousands of items. They gotta be, you know what I mean? But they're so hard to find. That's what's interesting to me. Guy in Sioux Falls, South Dakota sent me a Facebook message. He said, how about school buses? And I thought, yeah, that's a good one. They're curved at the top. But I didn't know. I thought maybe that's aerodynamic. You know? I didn't know. So I called. This is true. I called the company in my district that makes school buses. I get this dude on the phone, right? I told him, I said, I'm a comedian. You know, I'm trying to prove this point. I said, let me ask you some questions. I said, why are school buses curved at the top? And he goes, well, school buses use a lot of gas, and that cuts down a little bit. I said, oh, that's function. I said, why are they yellow? He goes, well, in this culture, yellow means caution. That's function. So then I said, what's that black stripe down the side of the school bus? And he goes, oh, that's just flourish. Isn't that beautiful? It's so beautiful. Here's the best part of the conversation. At the end of it, he goes, hey, I answered your questions. Will you answer mine? I said, absolutely. He goes, how fucking weird are you? Yeah. Curious poets. I'm going to add one more word to that. And this right here is my definition for what you and I are as creatures, okay? Scared. Scared, curious poets. And you could add other words. You could get real detailed. But I think those three explain a huge percentage of our behavior, why we act the way we do. Fear is something we have in common with all the other animals. And I think fear drives a lot of our behavior. A preacher in Texas recently said that global warming is God's revenge for abortion. I know there's a couple of people in this room that are thinking the same thing I thought when I read that. A preacher in Texas believes in global warming? We are winning! We're winning the battle! We're tossing pebbles into the ocean and they're starting to fucking stack up. Isn't that the dumbest sentence you've ever heard? Global warming is God's revenge for abortion. Like God's up there going, I don't like him killing babies. I'm going to make it real hot. Do you guys get the feeling that America is casually dating logic? We're definitely seeing her, but we ain't ready to commit. We're also casually dating superstition. And she's a hell of a lot more fun than logic. Superstition is fun. Halloween's more fun than President's Day. Shit, St. Patrick's Day is more fun than President's Day. You know why we wear green on St. Patrick's Day? Because our ancestors truly believed that green makes human beings invisible to leprechauns. That's fun as shit! Are you kidding? We all put on green, drink some liquid weed, get fucked up. Nobody cares about President's Day. Nobody wants a mattress. Fuck that shit. There's no superstition involved in President's Day, so unless you work at the post office, most of us don't even know when it is. Superstition is fun. It's batshit crazy and a fucking liar, but at least she parties. I just read this article. This man was trying to convince me that the three most powerful words in the English language are I love you. Look, me to you guys. Those are great words. Yeah, they're great. I'll give you that. They're great words. If you meet someone and you feel that and you say it to them, that's fantastic. You know, someone says them to you and they really meant them, great. But I don't think I love you is even close to the three most powerful. My humble opinion, I think the three most powerful words in the English language are I don't know. Those are big fucking words. admitting that you do not have information, you do not have answers. I believe it opens you up to learn. I don't know, might be the doorway to intelligence. Can I make a meatloaf? Fuck, I don't know. 7 hours later, no, I can't make no fucking meatloaf. I just got a big damn burger's all I got. I don't know. And open yourself up and say, yeah, I don't know, you know. That might be the doorway to intelligence. I don't know. Powerful words and scary. Human beings hate not knowing. Us, me and you, as creatures, fucking hate not knowing. We have a genre of books and movies called mysteries, and they're all solved at the end. Why the hell do we even call them mysteries? Because we didn't know for a little bit. It was so scary in the middle. If somebody wrote a true, honest-to-God mystery, it would piss us off. You know, we would be furious. Well, who killed him? It's a mystery. Oh, this is bullshit! I did not read a mystery to not know. Why the fuck does that line not get a laugh? I demand answers out of my mysteries. If you didn't laugh at the first one, I'll do another one. Take care of your wait staff tonight. They're working their ass off. We had a big show full of assholes the first show. I really dislike that first crowd a lot. You guys can't tell. You guys are fantastic. Yeah, really. I love you guys. All right. Mysteries. Human beings like answers. We hate it when we don't have one. Yeah. We don't have a good factual-based answer for one of our curious little questions. We'll make some shit up. Yeah. You guys remember last year when that plane disappeared from radar? You guys remember that shit? Yeah. The people would come up to me after my show. It happened at least once a week, and they'd claim to know where it was. And I loved it every time. Here's my favorite one. Montgomery, Alabama. I did a show, right? I was talking about the plane on stage. This dude comes up to me, and he goes, hey, I know where that fucking plane is. In my head, I was thinking, oh, shit. This is going to be good. I said, where is it? And I swear to you, this is a quote. He goes, that fucker's in the basement of the White House because Obama's a homosexual Muslim. Our brain's ability to make up some bullshit is a myth. We're such poets, you know? It's incredible. We demand answers, and if we don't have a good factual-based answer, we'll make some shit up because we would rather believe a lie than to just say we don't know. That's the reason I like science. I'm a fan of science. Scientists operate fully well knowing full well, how should I say that? Knowing full well that what they think is correct today might not be. They might discover some shit in 50 years and have to come back to us and go, fuck, we're sorry. When I was in school in Kentucky, there was a question on a test that said, list all the planets. I forgot Pluto. I failed the test. Turns out I'm a fucking genius. I'm ahead of my damn time. Scientists are aware that they don't know. They don't know, you know. We think, they don't even use words like fact. They use words like theory and probably. Listen to this sentence. Oh. I love this sentence. I just read it a couple months ago in a magazine, Scientific America. This one sentence made me fucking happy as shit. Here it is. The world is round, comma, probably. We have a shitload of evidence. We've seen the fucking thing. But scientists will not say definitively 100% beyond a shadow of doubt that they know the world's round. God, it makes me happy. That sentence is on my refrigerator. It says the world is round, comma, probably. Every time I go to my fridge, I think, oh yeah, I'm dumb as shit. I don't have the answers, you know? The reason I love science, different than religions. Religions are answers to our questions, you know? And I love religions. I do. I hate what some people do with religions. killing each other in the name of your God. Disgusting, fear-based human behavior. But I don't hate religions. I think they're beautiful. In my opinion, all religions on this planet are nothing more than our ancestors attempting to answer huge, curious questions with no information. That's fucking gorgeous. Can you imagine being alive on this planet during a time and place when the sun was going down and you didn't fucking know why? That'd be scary as shit. And the sun goes down slow, too. The sun's an asshole. You ever realize that? Where in the fuck did the sun go? That was a huge question for our ancestors. It had to be, because every single ancient tradition has an answer to where in the fuck did the sun go. So we know it was on their minds. The ancient Egyptians believed that the sun disappears at night because a goddess that lives in the sky put it in her mouth. And then throughout the night it passes through her body, and the next morning she gives birth to it. Isn't that incredible? It's batshit crazy and a fucking liar, but at least she parties. They made some shit up because they didn't have an answer. My favorite answer to where in the fuck did the sun go? The ancient Japanese believed the sun disappears at night and reappears the next morning because the entire planet Earth rides on the back of a huge fucking catfish. If that sentence did not make you happy, we are not even similar. God, it makes me so happy. Sometimes I just lay in the hotel room bed and picture it. Our planet on the back of a fucking catfish. We're like a blue marble. Tiny little marble. That catfish would have to be fucking huge. They believe that's what happened to the sun. Where in the fuck did the sun go? Catfish swam away from it. Is that an answer or not? You know what they thought earthquakes were? Catfish wiggled its tail. You imagine waking up 4,000 years ago and you're in a cave and all your shit's fucking shaking like a swamp, and you're like, God damn, what the hell's going on? And your roommate goes, Catfish is wiggling his fucking tail. Oh, well, I'm glad I know. Wouldn't it be amazing to have environmental questions in your head? What's a snowstorm like we had last night? What is wind? What's lightning? What's thunder? What's a hurricane? What's an earthquake? Someone comes up to you and you're panicked thinking about all this shit, and they go, well, we're on the back of a huge fucking catfish. And you go, yeah, that sounds about right. Thank God. Now I know. And now, thanks to scientists, and curious minds, we know we're not on the back of a fucking catfish. Probably. We've been to the moon. Astronauts went to the moon, turned around and looked back at Earth and went, Houston, there ain't no fucking catfish. Over. But it could be invisible. We have to leave I don't know in there. It's arrogant to say we know we ain't on a catfish. God, that sentence makes me happy. Do you guys ever do that? Like a sentence just thrills you to fucking death? It's arrogant to think we ain't on the back of a fucking catfish. That's what I'm writing on my tombstone. I'm not making fun of these people either. The Hindus believe that the entire planet Earth rides on the back of a turtle. Yeah. And when someone said, what's underneath that turtle? They said, another turtle. And then when someone said, all right, man, well, what's underneath the second turtle? They said, buddy, it's turtles all the fucking way. Isn't that a beautiful answer? Basically what they're saying is no matter what question you ask me, you're not going to get me to admit that I don't fucking know. Kiss my ass, I'm going with turtle. Beautiful to watch our minds work, And I'm not making fun of these people either. I don't want you to leave this room thinking that. I don't think you and I are much different than them. I think they had big, curious questions, they had no answers, and they did the best they could with no information. How different are we? Let me ask you guys a question. Seriously now, okay? Let's say we know nothing. I mean, not a fucking thing. There's no education. None of us have ever been to school. There's no internet. Not a book has been written. We don't know a damn thing, okay? And let's say that this room is our cave, and you and I are a tribe, okay? We have questions because we're curious little creatures. Are we floating? Is the planet riding on the back of something? What's the fucking deal? I give you two answers for that question. Two options. Number one, there's a force coming from the center of the sun. It is holding the entire planet Earth suspended in space. It is pulling us towards it. The only reason we don't get sucked into the sun is because we're moving at an angle at 2 miles per second. It's the perfect speed. If we were going any faster, we would shoot off into the galaxy. Any slower, we would be sucked into the sun and burn up. And this force coming from inside the sun is invisible. Or we're on the back of a fucking turtle. Which one you gonna go with? I got $50 on turtle all fucking day long. I'm a turtle man. It just seems more plausible, doesn't it? I don't believe these people were stupid and we're smart. It's not what I believe, you know? Next time you guys are at home and you're bored and you ain't got no pinata, here's something fun to do. Get on your computer and search, what did our ancestors think rainbows were? Oh, the answers are beautiful. Croatians believe that a rainbow, literally their word for rainbow, translates into God's seat. They believed it was God's stool, a rainbow. When God wanted to come down to earth, he put a rainbow down, sit on it, and fuck with us. Cherokee Indians believe that a rainbow is the hem of the sun god's coat. What a sun god would need with a coat, don't fucking know. Bulgarians believe that if you walk underneath a rainbow, you'll change genders. Where in the fuck did they come up with that shit? Was there just one person going, hey, don't go over there, I used to be a woman. Here's my favorite one. Listen to this. Oh, this makes me happy. Germans, ancient Germans believed that a rainbow is the rim of the dish that God used to hold the colors that he painted the birds with. I am not that creative. Whoever made that up is a master liar. That's a big bunch of beautiful bullshit. There's a couple of African tribes that believe that a rainbow is a hideously painted demon coming up out of the ground to eat your children. Can you imagine seeing a rainbow and you think it's a negative thing? They literally hid their kids from rainbows. That's amazing, isn't it? Look at all the different answers. That's what interests me. They're not even fucking close. Stripe of color just appeared in the sky. What the fuck is that? It's a human question. Antelopes don't seem to give a fuck. Brown-throated, three-toed sloths are oddly silent. You and I saw a rainbow and said, what the fuck is that? It's a curious thought. A couple thousand years ago, we had not one fact to build a good answer on. So we made some shit up. That's fear. Being afraid to say you don't know, so you make up a lie and believe it, is fear. And what we made up ain't nothing but a big basket full of fucking poetry. Scared, curious poets. God, it makes me happy that I live on a planet. At some point in the history of this planet, an adult walked outside of a hut and went, holy shit, kids, get in here! Fucking rainbow! You guys take care of your bills? Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I I gotta stagger the shit because check drop to a comedian is like dead zone. It's like and I don't blame you guys. It's not your fault. Like we gotta get paid. We gotta keep the the pretty lights going and all that shit. But when the checks are dropped, the attention span, you know what I mean. So like each show, I've been adjusting shit so I can record different parts. You know what I mean? Because if you be listening to this CD and it would be laughter, laughter, laughter. What the fuck just happened there? Oh, laughter, 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 laughter. That's the way it works. When you're born in a small town in Kentucky, you have to open your own mind. Because there really ain't a lot of people there to help you. My nanny's my favorite person on this planet. That's what I call my grandmother, my nanny. Yeah, we all have different names for her, grandparents. I call her Nanny. She's my favorite person. She's fucked up. She's weird. She thinks differently than everybody else in my family, and I've always just hung around her, even as a little kid, because she would say weird shit, and it attracted me. She eats dessert first. Don't know why. Yeah, fried. Every meal I've ever seen that woman eat: chocolate cake, then fried chicken. Didn't know why my entire childhood. Teenage boy, I said, "Why do you eat dessert first?" She goes, "Honey, there might be a fire." What an interesting way of thinking. We don't know what 10 minutes is going to bring, better get this shit in. She always thinks differently than everybody. Gave me books my entire childhood. It's probably the reason I read is only because of her. And she never once said, "You have to read this book. I want a book report from you." Never. Not once said one word. She'd walk back past me, put a book in my lap, not say a damn thing, and walk away. You want to hook the curiosity of a teenage boy? Don't say a fucking word. Now I got to read it. Because why the fuck did she give me this? You know what I mean? She's an interesting woman. Small woman, 4'10", shaped like a potato. Never saw that woman care at all about her appearance. Not one. She told me one time that beauty sleep was a waste of her damn time. I went to eat with her one time at Crackle Barrel, right? She's 65 years of age. I showed up, bathrobe, rollers in her hair, and a Pink Floyd t-shirt on. Yeah. Fascinating woman. Love that woman. Yeah. Love to watch her do prayers too. Family prayer, everybody holding hands around the table. She started at, here's my favorite prayer I've ever heard anybody tell. I'm going to quote the entire prayer right here. "We are poor people. Whoever you are, thank you for Willie Nelson." Bring on the cake. When she died, it was hard. She died. I was at her funeral, and I was listening intently to the preacher. Because this was all kinds of broken. I wanted him to fix it. I was listening intently to that man, and I'm honest when I'm on this stage. He didn't do it. He was saying the same things that I'd heard at every other funeral I'd ever been to in my life. You know what I mean? It's like he had a script. And I was getting mad. I wanted to tell him she's not like everybody else. I wanted to scream at that man. I wanted to say, the woman that you have in that box is a curious poet. And I am scared. I didn't say anything at the funeral. I just sat there, just getting mad, broken. I went back on the road because I got to make a living, and I did my shows, and I would just go home and back to the hotel and lay on the floor. I couldn't even get in the bed, and I would just lay there. And the question that killed me, couldn't get it out of my head. I just kept thinking, where is my nanny? Where is she? Is she in the clouds and streets of gold and angels? And is She's just rotting underneath the ground in a box. She's been reincarnated. She communing with the buffalo spirits. Where is she? That question upsets me. Makes me mad. I don't want comfort. I want the answer. I don't want to hold on to something. I want the answer. I trade my thumbs for the answer. One day I was circling a bed in Montana, a hotel room bed, and I was saying that over and over. Where is she? Where's my nanny? Where's my nanny? Where's my nanny? Where's my nanny? And then this sentence came out of my mouth. I don't know where it came from. I just thought, she's gone to find the answers. I can't tell you why that switched it for me. I can't tell you all the words that changed it for me. That sentence fixed it. She's gone to find the answers. I miss her every single day of my life, but I'm no longer broken. It made me think of her life as more important than her funeral. Everybody in this room has the ability to change people with your actions. You can make a difference. Don't ever feel like you can't. I was 15 years of age. My nanny walked past me and put Carson McCullers' The Heart is a Lonely Hunter in my lap. It's a good book. On the back of it is a picture of Carson. Not a traditional Marilyn Monroe beauty. But this woman, my God, she looked powerful and intelligent and curious. And she was looking directly at the camera. And I was like, oh, I'm going to write your name on the interstate. I walked up to my nanny and I said, thank you for the book. I have a crush on Carson McCullers. She said, honey, Carson is dead. I don't think you have much of a chance, but don't let that stop you. Where is my nanny? I don't know. But I'm not going to let it stop me. If there is some kind of judgment day after this, some kind of day where I have to prove that what I've done is worthy to move on, I'm putting my cards on the table. Face up, too. No bullshit. Face up. That's what I got. I have a 2 and a 7. You guys are awesome. Yeah. Here's what I thought I'd do. That was technically the ending of the show. Yeah, because I believe blood and comedy mix well. Here's what I thought I'd do for you guys. You're the best crowd we've had all weekend. You truly are. I'm not pissing you off. This is the type of comedy I like doing, and it's not for everybody, and I understand that. I like philosophy-based, challenging belief systems. I like to think and fucking laugh at the same time. I like it all, you know? And, yeah, thank you guys. Yeah. And here's the deal, guys. This is one of the best clubs I work. Top 1 or 2. Top 1 or 2. Right here. Bloomington, Indiana. Top 1 or 2. Right here. Yeah. Most of the places I do comedy are shitholes. In my career, 18 years long, I've done 3 prisons, 2 elementary schools, and a wrestling match. And I don't change my act either, by the way. Yeah. I don't show up to a wrestling match and think, oh, I better talk about my dick. I do not talk about my dick. My dick ain't funny. If I'm honest, man, my dick is sadder than my clothes. Yeah. This is the type of comedy I do. Now, when you do this type of comedy in front of crowds that do not want to hear it, you know what I mean? The friction causes some juicy heckles. People yell weird, beautiful shit at me almost every night I'm on stage. I keep a list of my favorite ones. I thought I'd run through a couple for you guys, and we'll call it a night. I have 2 CDs for sale. It's not this one. I'm just recording this one, but I have 2 previous ones. Yeah. You have to sometimes say shit. Yeah. $10, and if you guys want them, you get both of them. That's $10. You get both of them. All right. Beautiful heckles. Fayetteville, Arkansas. I said the three most powerful words in the English language are I don't know. A man goes, how about these words? Why don't you go fuck yourself? I said, buddy, I appreciate you trying to help, but I think that's more than 3 words. And I'm not lying to you. This is exactly what he did. He goes, why don't you go fuck yourself? No, that's 3. He even looked at his fucking fingers when he did it. St. Louis, Missouri. Woman yelled out, I want my money back. All right, ma'am, why? Quote, this is what she did. She goes, because God ain't no fucking catfish. I gave her money back out of my own pocket because that's the best reason for wanting a refund. I want it written down on a piece of paper. Reason for refund. God ain't no fucking catfish. Birmingham, Alabama. I'm in the middle of the heartfelt story about my nanny, which I think is an important piece to do. Man was pissed. Stood up and goes, I know exactly where your nanny is. She's in heaven. I said, nah, you believe she's in heaven. Knowing and believing, not the same things. He goes, they are in Alabama. This might be my favorite heckle I've ever gotten right here. I didn't do this joke tonight because it's not going to make the CD, okay? But here's the start of the joke. When I was in school in Kentucky, my teacher told me that the Aztecs calendar was actually more accurate than the calendar we currently use. So then I said, well, hell, why don't we just use their calendar? Guy in Cedar Rapids goes, because we ain't fucking commies. Say what you want about the Aztecs, but they were strict followers of Karl Marx. Winston-Salem, North Carolina. 2 shows on a Friday night, all right? First show, I bombed so bad. Bomb means no laughter. 50 minutes on stage, not a fucking mouse fart. Everybody was quiet for 50 fucking minutes. I bombed so bad a waitress quit. Now, in between shows, I'm nervous I'm going to get fired, you know, and I need to pay rent, so I'm hiding in a bush outside of the club. I'm literally standing behind this bush because I figured if the owner can't find me, he can't fire me. And I'm just hiding there. 2 grown men walk out of the club. They'd just seen me bomb. One of them goes, what in the fuck was all that shit about? That was his summation of my heart. What the fuck was all that shit about? The other one goes, hell, I don't know. The only funny thing he said all night was butt plug. Yeah, 2 slow cheetahs fucking getting out of Bowling Green, Kentucky. Real close to her. Are you from Bowling Green?
My mom is.
Oh, your mom is? Yeah. I was born in Campbellsville.
Okay.
Yeah. I pull up this Bowling Green, Kentucky bar. I wish I remember the name of it. I mean, yeah. Oh my God. Outside of the city limits bar. Bowling Green knows what that means. That means don't bring your laws around us, motherfucker. And I pull up, big bar, gravel parking lot, burned out school bus in the parking lot. It was their statement on education. Confederate flags at every window of that bar, right? And I pulled up. I don't change for anybody. I thought, the rainbow bit's going to go over real good tonight. I'm on stage, middle-aged gentleman, right in the front row. 55, 60-year-old, right in the front row. Khaki pants, polo shirt on. I mean, dressed pretty nice for a burned-out school bus situation. Sitting there by himself, took his ball cap off, put it on the table, was drinking a beer, you know. I was on stage no more 6 or 7 minutes, tops. Dude stands up, puts his hat on, leaves a tip for the waitress, starts to walk away. I said, hey, buddy, where are you going? He turns around and goes, if you're against fucking birdhouses, then you're against America. I love you guys. Thank you for listening to me.
up, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. Amazing. You guys have a good time tonight. We're a great crowd. I think that might have been the CD, you guys. Thank you so much for that. He's going to be right over there selling CDs. You can say hi. And we do shows every weekend here at the Comedy Attic, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Great acts coming up. Top Air's going to be here next month. Top Air's going to be The Whitest Kid You Know. In May, Tim Heidecker from The Tim and Eric Show and Neil Hamburger are going to be here. Just insane shows coming up. Go to thecomedyaddict.com to find out more. But one more time for Stuart Huff, you guys.